Real quick, these are my items I've been running on Greninja right now. This is what I have success with. Everyone else is going to play something different, give or take. But, this is what I've been using, what I've been climbing ranks with. This is one of the Pokemon that I've been playing a lot of just to even get to Masters at the time. But, here it is, guys. Hopefully, you guys let me know what you guys have been using. Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to another Pokemon Unite video featuring Masters Rank Greninja. I really wanted to show you guys this game here, just because Greninja right now is in S tier rank, in my opinion. Now, again, he's been in this game since day one, right? And the thing is, we had Gengar before, so everyone was just playing Gengar, right? Let's be honest, in the jungle, Gengar and Zahora, you really didn't see much else. Once Gengar got nerfed, it opened up the doors to play a lot of other Pokemon in the jungle. You could argue you could still play them beforehand, but why play them when Gengar was so strong, right? Now here's the thing. I'm sitting here playing Greninja. I love this Pokemon, okay? He is so much fun to play. I'm trying not to be, what's that word, favoritism? I'm not trying to show him favoritism, if that makes sense. But this Pokemon went under a lot of people's radar, I think. And I think it's also due to skill cap. If you love Pokemon that can get in and out, if you love Pokemon that can poke, do a lot of damage, quickly, this is the Pokemon you actually want to pick up and start playing. Now, in the jungle, you want to play him completely different than a lot of other Pokemon. You want to sit here and kite these jungle buffs to the backside, that way they can't deal damage to you. Unlike League of Legends, when the buff resets, it doesn't heal. In this game, it doesn't heal. Now, I come up in this top lane here to focus on my team, because bees have spawned. You need to be on every single objective when you play a jungler. You need to be Dreadnought or Rotom, what have you. But pay attention to the jungle time, or we call it the bee timers as well. Because your team needs these bees, essentially, to stay ahead in lane most of the time. And if you can be there as a jungler, and that's not necessarily saying get up here and take bees from your team, it's help your team secure bees. So I wanted to get up here and help them out so they can get bees, and we possibly can score and get kills, which we do. Now you can argue I'm in a really bad spot right now, but here's the thing. You know what you're going to do as a player who's playing Greninja, who's playing Pikachu, who's playing Snort, whatever. You know what moves you're going to make, but you never know what your teammates are going to do for you, right? So in a situation, I'm trying to get out, but Pikachu actually stays, to my surprise, and catches the enemy Greninja in the net. I didn't know it was going to happen, but I was able to capitalize on it because Pikachu did not, just leave me there, if that makes sense. Now, we go back through this. Like I said before, stay on top of your timers. My buffs have spawned. I need to be in the jungle doing buffs. If you're not doing anything productive for at least 6 seconds, you ain't doing nothing. And by what I mean is, you're not helping your team out. You're not helping yourself out. You're sitting here just roaming for doing nothing. Now, you could argue that they invented an item called Floatstone. Floatstone does what? Gives you movement speed when you're out of combat. You never want to be out of combat unless you're going back to base. Because again, if you're out of combat, you ain't doing anything. Look what spawns, right? Dreadnought is spawning. Both teams are rotating down here for Dreadnought. Now, this only happens in Ultra and Master Rank games, or in group play, like when you're playing with the team or whatever. Now, the reason why I say that is, going from beginner to veteran and all that sort of thing, people aren't paying attention to this. And the worst part about it is, as soon as you get that in your mindset, where these objectives have spawned, you need to be on them, keep practicing it. Keep doing it every game. I don't care if you're playing in beginner, I don't care if you're playing in veteran. As long as you're doing that, regardless if your team is following you up on it, it's getting you in good practice. That way when you get into Ultra and Master Rank, you realize that this is something that we have to do. Because the first 8 minutes of a game mean nothing. And what I mean by that is, you can be ahead, you can be behind. Do you think the game cares or your teammates care? No. The only thing that matters at that point is Zapdos. Again, you could be dominant, you could be 20-0, but you're not a solo hero. You play this game in a team aspect, keep that in mind, and you will climb ranks. Focus on trying to help your team, regardless if you're in solo queue or not. You would do a lot better. Now, sometimes you may not win the game because, again, if one teammate derps around a Zapdos and the enemy team gets it, it's a little bit triggering because Zapdos is so strong. But as long as, again, you're understanding the Pokemon you're currently playing and you feel you're getting better at it, that's all that matters. Because you learn a lot more from losses than you do for victories. Like the same out can't speak today. The same works for a negative outweighs multiple positives. Does that make sense? So you're going to make mistakes, but you're going to get better at playing Greninja with these mistakes that you do, that you do make. Now, a lot of people play Greninja as an assassin or a range AD carry. Once you get this part down, you would do a lot better on Greninja than you would on a lot of other Pokemon. His damage output is insane. His skill cap is very high. You could argue a lot of other Pokemon are, very high skill cap. The only other Pokemon, in my opinion, I think, so far, who actually needs time to learn before you can sit down and play, is Lucario, Greninja. This is my opinion. Remember that. Every other Pokemon is kind of like you pick up and play, and it's pretty simple, right? But the fact of when you're playing Greninja, you play him as an assassin. Don't play him as a ranged, I'm going to poke you down. Play him as an assassin. You want to sit here, you want to flank, you want to get to the back line. That's your objective all the time. Again, everyone has different opinions, everyone plays things differently. But for me, that's what I've been having most success with. That's what I've climbed with a lot of the time. Now, we will be talking about his weaknesses, which he does have a few, because he's super squished, right? Like, I mean super squishy. For Pokemon like Zahora, as you saw, I'm a lot higher level than Zahora, and he just pretty much almost wiped me out, right? And we both know that's because Zahora is super strong in terms of damage. We both know that. But in the same aspect, some people may not find that fair, because he's level 10 and he almost just killed me, no problem, right? His ultimate does a lot of his Unite move does a lot of damage, and it can pretty much one-shot almost every carry in the game, regardless of level, and it's pretty ridiculous. Now, you see what I'm doing here? Like I said, you want to play Greninja in the back line, but you also want to play with your team. I picked up 3 kills there because my team, I knew where my team was, and I was able to capitalize on those, that situation. Now, everyone's game is not going to be, the exact same, but like I said, you will learn a lot as long as you minimize your mistakes. And I just made a big one right there. I was sitting here pushing up for zero reason. Now, there's no objectives up here, there's nothing. But here I am, I'm trying to push up for no reason. And I get myself a 40-second death timer. Now, you can argue Dreadnought is spawning. I can't be there for my team because I'm dead. And that was my mistake. But again, you will learn, and you will get better. I'm trying to rush down here to go through the Zapdos and try to get to my Dreadnought. The reason why our team isn't focusing on it, probably because I possibly wasn't there, or because Zapdos is also spawning. And here I go again, making another mistake. I say you want to play Greninja in the back line, and here I am going face first. These 2 mistakes right here will make you a better Greninja player, or make you another player overall. I am not a melee bruiser. I am not a tank. Therefore, me doing that could have cost us the Zapdos here. But thankfully, my team is playing together in that situation. You saw how my Pikachu was hiding behind Snorlax, just doing damage. Same way with the rest of my team, essentially. That's what you want to be playing as versus any other Pokemon. But when you're playing in Greninja, who has a stealth mechanic, who has an execute on Surf, look for those flanking routes, look for those assassinations. Whereas my Lucario is super low here, what can I do? Capitalize on that so he doesn't get killed by Zahora. I eject button, I Surf him, he dies. Plain and simple. Again, everyone's game is going to be a little bit different. And I myself here made another mistake. But at the same time, that was a very confusing situation. Because I play with Buddy Barrier, I pop my ult, but I didn't see Buddy Barrier go off. I don't know why. Maybe I died within the animation, but it was a little weird. But in any case, I still make another mistake because I'm pushing up for zero reason by myself. And keep in mind, Greninja also is playing with Surf. So, we both have executes. But in any case, my team is where? At Zapdos. And keep in mind, we don't need Zapdos to win this game, because we are super far ahead. But the enemy team does not need Zapdos, because they get it, they can win. So we're sitting here playing defensive on Zapdos, like it should be. But hey man, this has been a very, very fun game with Greninja. I did learn a lot by playing this round. I can learn my potential for how much damage I can do in certain situations, my power spikes. Just by playing the Pokemon, you know, a lot, if that makes sense. We go 21, I think 2, or 21 and 3, I can't remember. But dude, my team did fantastic. They played objectives well, they rotated. It was phenomenal. But hey man, this has been Pawse Plays. Hopefully you guys stick around. I do have Lucario guides coming up here soon for those of you that are interested. I'll be doing different guides, different Pokemon every single day, essentially. But hey man, I'm going to head out. Hopefully you guys enjoy your rest of the day. Stay safe from the hurricane that's coming through. I'm going to head out, guys. Talk to you later. Hey guys, how you doing? Wanted to show you guys my DPS from the last game and how much Greninja can make an impact on a game in general when you play him. I don't want to say like spot on, because I did make some mistakes in my game. You know, we will point those out. I did some things that were questionable I shouldn't have done. You know, like get too aggressive. But it is what it is, man. I mean, you live and learn. But in any case, 86k DPS as Greninja, and I went in, man. I was in every team fight. I was picking off people left and right. He does so much damage once you get him down. But hey, man, I'm gonna show you guys the build right quick, and we're gonna get this gameplay situated. See you guys in a minute.